Welcome to FBT channel, Filipino Bitcoin Traders channel. So in here with me is the creator of My Strategy, who owns 52 Bitcoins. And also Sir Henry Mack of Healthy Minds. Please go and check his channel then. And in here, we're going to talk about more about the market sentiments. Of course, our favorite subject, cryptocurrency in general, and about the past, present, and the future of Cryptosphere, of cryptocurrency world.
Yes.
Yun muna pag-uusapan natin. Siguro mag-start muna tayo dun sa past.
Sa akin naman is, I start not telling my wife na papasok ako sa cryptocurrencies. Because for sure, she will ask a lot of things. So I enter it. Galing kasi ako, nahusunog kasi ako sa PSEI way back, yung under Boot Sanchez before. Bili lang daw ng yung cement na company from 11.
CHP.
Yes, correct.
Right. Yep. Kasi ano din ako, I'm a TRC member.
Yeah, ako din, ganoon din, nagbabayad.
And I used to have the sum table, tas bibili ka ng CHP, tas meron yan mga, I think, weekly news or
yes,
about
there's a
like
weekly news. Oh yeah, ganoon ang nangyari. So, I've been really just following his yung mga buy and sell recommendations, and found out that okay, it's on a loss. So I pull out my investment, then some of it china-channel ko na sa crypto.
Pero paano nyo na-discover? Parang, uy, maganda tong crypto Paano nyo na-discover ang Bitcoin?
So actually, may Bitcoin na rin ako before that, but I'm not, hindi pa marami. Kunti lang talaga, as in $100 kumbaga lang. So I'm just putting it there. Kasi last few years back, actually, in Singapore, may dito ATM, Bitcoin ATM machine. So parang maghuhulog ka lang $50, then there's a coin with an address na may $50 value.
So, meron talaga actual coin?
Yes. And that coin, my address, then ang equivalent that, if I remember it right, is 50 is GD, parang 0.1, yata, 0.1 or 0.12 by that time.
Satoshi, ganon.
Yeah. Meaning, kumbaga, 0.12, that's 120,000 Satoshi. So cheap. But dati, parang hindi ko naman alam na ganito kalaki yung Bitcoin na ngayon, right? So parang okay, I just want to probably accumulate or buy for remembrance lang or pang decorate lang. Uy, maganda tong Bitcoin na to, right? Ganun lang. Right? So just like $100 yung ginastos ko para doon, but wala. So since nung nasunog na sa PCI, that's the time that I tried to put more sa cryptocurrencies. So it's a bit risky kasi yun nga dati parang scam or wala, it's illegal. No countries would accept it. So, pahirapan pa paano magkumuha ng saan ka na exchange bibili. Kasi sa Singapore, walang exchange. So, sa US pa lahat ng exchange. Tapos, yung mga site is black pa siya. Pag-transfer ng money from Singapore to those exchanges is pahirapan. So, ganun
wala pang Binance nung time na yon. Wala
pang Binance. So yung ginagamit namin that time is Mount Gox, which is yung na-hack. So mahirap. It's kasi starting yung technology, so mahirap. Pero kung nalaman ko lang na ganito kalaki, so probably I put all
Oo,
my
syempre.
salary and everything there, right?
Yun nga eh. Yun nga
Oo.
sana yung next question.
Yes, that's always it becomes
Diba?
like a regret to me kung igugo back on time. So that's why I always came to the point na if there's a chance to get Bitcoin at a lesser price, meaning every time it dip, I will buy it just to accumulate Bitcoin. I don't want to be in a same stage where I am right now, looking 10 years before, right? So
Yeah.
I don't want to be in 2031 looking back on 2021 that I should have bought a Bitcoin when it was $34,000 or $30,000 a piece, right? So yun ang parang dilemma ko na. So I have been there before na it's $400 lang yung isa noon that time. So I could have accumulated
Pero
a
late
lot.
na nga yun eh. Kumbaga parang nag-start talaga siya ng ano lang eh. Siguro parang $1 lang talaga eh. Something
Oh,
like
back to 2008, actually, even people said
2008.
it's just cents.
Mm-mm.
And it's just a free token for a game or other things, right? So
Mm-mm.
no one really dares to accumulate by the time. So yeah.
Eh
Kaya
kayo,
ganun.
Sir Henry, paano kayo nag-start sa cryptocurrency?
Pagkapanganak ko, may BTC na eh. So, I'm a millennial,
Doon ka
kaya hindi ako
nag-
masyadong makarelate.
Biglang ganun eh. Biglang ganun eh.
Yeah.
Actually, I started, pwede yung masasabing most challenges stage of my life. Kasi I don't have good or sabihin mong regular income during those times. And actually, nagtatrabaho naman ako. Kaya lang, na-bankrupt yung company. And 1, 2, 3, pangatlong company ko yun na na-bankrupt. Parang lahat yata ng nililipatan ko na-bankrupt. So, huwag niyo akong i-hire kung gusto niyo hindi ma-bankrupt yung company.
Saudi yan, di ba? Ganyan naman usually sa Middle East eh. Kumbaga parang common na yan eh. Na din ako na-terminate nun sa Dubai.
And natapat pa na, yan, yung 2015 crisis. So, sunod-sunod yung mga crisis during those times. And I said to myself, I have to have other source of income besides yung mga ganon. So, I challenged myself. Although, 2008, na-expose na ako sa mga, sabihin mo sa financial literacy, and then somehow I heard Bitcoin as early as those times. Pero I don't care. I don't know what is it. Parang, yun nga, sabi nga ni Shayon, it's like a gaming coin or token. So, nadidinig ko lang siya sa mga katrabaho ko. I started in BPO company, but nasa technical kami. Pero I don't care of those things. Parang ang focus ko lang career.
Yeah.
And then, eventually, napunta nga dito, nagkaroon ng pagkakataon. So, during 2017, around wala pang 1,000 siya. Dun ko siya naumpisahan. Pinapanood ko lang kasi wala naman akong income eh. So, sabi ko, ano ba to? And wala rin naman ng mentor, walang nagtuturo. Most of the people, kung meron man ako parang cloud mining, puro lahat mga scams. Yeah. So I forced myself na I had to do and dig in with this technology. Yun nga, nanood ako ng mga documentaries and I found that na, wow, this one is revolutionary. There's something in it. And I think alam naman natin na where tayo, what's the purpose why Bitcoin was it was given birth by Satoshi Nakamoto, who is still somehow is shadow behind the shadow. Yun. So I thank God Kasi kung meron siguro akong pera nun, baka nasunog. Kung meron man. Kasi hindi
Or baka
rin naman ako
hindi.
ganun.
Or
Yeah,
baka
hindi,
hindi.
hindi ako marunong magbasa ng candle. I don't know the trend. I don't know the cycle. So, talaga nag-start ako from zero. And yun nga, since ako lang naman nag-aaral sa sarili ko, medyo mabagal yung progress ko. But I learned a lot. Yung mga mistakes and yan. And I really thank God kasi sa skills na binigay niya. So, we learn from those things. So, ngayon, dati kasi, meron na kami ngayon na apartment, umuupa kami. Pero before, meron kaming mga 5 hectares na ari-arihan. So, ang natira...
Ngayon,
Wala lang ba?
Naghirap pa pala, naghirap pa. Yeah, I can say na this is there's a huge opportunity in the market. So, kailangan lang talagang mapunta ka dun sa tamang direction. And I'm glad na meron akong mga kamukha nyo na enthusiast and fanatic, and there's a passion on that and willing to share nga yung mga blessings. Lalo si Sir Siron, parang nag-aabang na ako ng raffle draw today. Nakakaramdam ako ng raffle draw.
Tayo lang ba?
one.
Since tatlo lang naman tayong participant, so exempted na yung magpaparaffle, dalawa na lang tayo.
Ito na nga yung reason kaya
Siguro kung mga 2010 lang tayo ngayon, paparaffle ko isang Bitcoin.
50-50 na tayo, kahit sino mabunot sa 50-50.
You're right. Actually, yung Bitcoin is a revolutionary. So it's good actually now. We are in this stage. Swerte na tayo sa stage na may ganito. Who knows 20 years from now what Bitcoin will be, right? So on my case, I've been in Bitcoin for quite a while. So ang ginagawa ko talaga is to preserve the fund or yung mga gains ko is to channel it to a more stable investment, right? Because we have to accept the fact that yung Bitcoin talaga sobrang it's very volatile. It's a very speculative market. Even nowadays, after maybe the story of that guy who ordered pizza, right, paying 10,000 Bitcoins. No one dares spend like even 0.1 of a Bitcoin now to buy something, right? Even 1 Bitcoin you want to buy Tesla, no one would dare to spend that, right? Because they know that they are speculating that Bitcoin could be $1 million in the future or 500,000 in the future, right?
And yung pizza guy nga daw, ibinenta niya ata yung Bitcoin niya worth $400.
Yes, correct. Yeah, and these are crazy things that people hindi nila na-realize, right? Then, and wala din sigurong tao makapredict nun, right? Everyone just put all their thinking and speculate that Bitcoin will be this price in the future, right? So, that's the thing that as a trader, I need to make sure that I follow the trend. Every time I gain, I channel that to a more stable investment like lupa bahay or for me, that's way back to 2017. So out of my gains, I use it to buy a lot sa Tagaytay. So I have that kind of like thinking. So now, yung mga gains ko, in the channel ko, I have started my own farm. So it's, yes. So,
yep.
So it's also trading. But it's trading livestock now, right? It's not stocks, it's not cryptocurrency, but it's livestock. So ganun lang din ang strategy. The only thing is, I channel it to a market or to an investment which is not speculative, but more that you can control, right? At least sayang naman din yung mga gains natin, di ba? There are times na malaking gains, there are times na kunti lang, but yeah, that's, I think the bottom line is you want to hold as much as you can sa Bitcoin mo, but you have to also take profits, right? Like pwede mong pambili ng
Farm.
or pang gasto mo sa hotel or whatever. You can do whatever you want it. But yeah.
Ang gusto ko lang naman maging kapitbahay nyo sa Tagaytay. Okay na yun.
Yes. Right.
Ako, pwede na ako pangaso ng mga hayop mo, tol.
Farm.
Yes.
Magpapastol na lang ako.
Mag-work na lang tayo sa farm ni
Bitcoin farm ba yan? Bitcoin, depende ko anong farm yan. Yes. One of the things that I can really impart or inspire those fellow Filipinos na bago pa lang sa cryptocurrencies, channel the gains that you have, because imagine if way back 2017, if hindi ko talaga siya na channel yung income na yon, probably parang at this point parang hindi ko ma-feel na I have gained actually in Bitcoin.
Tanong, ang next question ko is, yun nga, so way back, if we go back 2017, 2018, di ba, todo parang nag-negative 80 ata yung Bitcoin around that time.
Yes.
How did you cope up with that loss?
So, nangyari sa akin, I can remember that one of my accounts is focus Ripple at that time. One of the biggest accounts. So Ripple from I think less than 5 cents all the way to $3 plus.
Mm-mm.
And it's so terrifying to see the valuation of like my portfolio, like almost every night it's like 1 million, 2 million, 3 million. That's in peso, right? It's like, what should I do with this money? So I keep on thinking that, okay, maybe in 1 year time I can be a millionaire. That's probably enough to build a whole apartment or something like that, right? So I keep holding on it. Then when it get around $3, and it was just I think January 2 or January 3 of 2018, ay nasa Pinas kami kasi nagbe-vacation, di ba? So hindi ko masyadong tinitingnan yung portfolio ko by those days. Parang okay, once a day enough. Hindi pa ako marunong for cut loss or tawag ng mga candles na yan whatsoever. I just, because the idea is okay, bili lang ako ng bili, no? Yung way before
the dollar cost average.
Yeah, and started like early 2017 and late 2016. So buy lang ako ng buy. And what happened is parang doon sa amin, so may nagbibenta ng lupa. I actually yung crosswind sa Tagaytay, parang nakita ko, maganda to. Sana i-channel ko na lang doon ang ano. So that's why I decided na okay, ibenta ko na yung iba kong kita. Kasi bilhin ko na lang yung lupa. Pero hindi ako nag-expect na okay, baka aabot ng $10 o maabot ng $20 kasi by that time parang more than 25,000% na yung increase niya. So sa akin lang is I just want to have money like that. Wala akong other things common thinking lang. Then yun, nabinta ko majority of it. Then I was shocked kasi nung pagbalik ko dito sa Singapore, parang nagiging from $3 all the way to like 60 cents or lower than that. It's like, lucky na majority of it nabinta ko na. So what I did, I that's the only time kasi nasunog yung port ko. Parang na-shock ko from a few million down to just a few thousands. Ko lucky na lang may na-withdraw ako. Pero parang masakit pa rin kasi yung malaki yung loss in terms na nandun yung mga thinking na sana withdraw ko na lahat, sana ganito nang ginawa ko, di ba? Kasi yun, sayang. Then that's the time na nag-push akin na mag-learn how to trade kasi maliit na lang yung value ng fort ko so that's the time na nag-trade hanggang yun worst na ang market all the way to 2019. Naging worst na ang market na especially nung pagpasok pa sa pagpasok pa ng pandemic na yun talaga ang pinaka-worst na actually at that time parang ginawa ko yung may ma-hold ako pero sobrang liit na lang. I didn't expect na tataas pa to way in 2021, right? Or in the late of 2020. But there's some hope in there because it becomes like a cycle, just like what Henry Mack shown before. The cycle is there. It's always there. Like every 4 years, that's the cycle of Bitcoin. So I keep holding on that, actually hoping that, okay, time will get back to normal or the cycle will reignite it again. So, yep. That's the thing that I keep on holding it and trading it actually. Yeah. So that's the story on how I ended up those number of coins. Yeah.
So magkano yung pinaka-loss yun nung time na yun? So paper loss lang naman yun, di ba? Since sinanyog na.
Maybe ganito na lang. There are days, this actually when around 2020 na, there are days na normal na lang sa akin yung mag-loss ng 500k a day. We are talking like peso.
1 billion?
Yes. The biggest paper loss was like 2.5 million.
2.5 million.
Yeah, it's a biggest paper loss na masakit, pero isipin mo na lang, okay, it will just go back to normal. Kasi ang mahirap kasi if you force yourself to exit on things like based on yung mga impulse lang bitaw na movement sa market is nag-exit ka dahil sobrang baba, then suddenly nag-correct yung market, tumaas, naiwanan ka, di ba?
Yun nga, tama.
So that's why because nangyari yan sa akin, I learned it the hard way na yun nga, around 2.5 million yung loss ko. Nasakit, so nag-exit ako. So pinabayaan ko. The next day, sobrang bumalik sa current level. So ang nangyari is I feel sad because although I can re-enter into the market, but the problem is I don't have the number of bitcoins that I have before that because yun nag-exit nga ako sa BTC sa USDT, so yun mahirap. So yun na ang parang mga dilemma for I think for traders like us. Yun ang pinaka-dilemma, yung early exit, early entry, then late exit, and late entry.
Late entry.
Yes, yun mga dilemma kasi ang iisipin mo kasi is unless if ang thinking mo is more on the fiat currency, hindi ka masasaktan. Mm-hmm. But if you come to the point like where we are now, that yung thinking natin is more on accumulating Bitcoin, getting more of it, because time will come that an average person cannot even own 1 Bitcoin. Sobrang mahirap mawalan ng 0.1 Bitcoin or 0.2 Bitcoin or 1 Bitcoin, sobrang hirap, masakit. Yes. Correct. Mas okay pa sa akin ngayon parang mawalan ako ng 10,000 rather than mawawalan ako ng let's say equivalent of let's say 0.33. Parang iba yung feeling ng Bitcoin na ngayon than the currency itself, fiat currency. Yeah.
Kasi naman kahit na kunyari, 'di ba paper loss nga, kahit na paper loss naman siya, you still own the same amount of bitcoins.
Correct,
Kumbaga,
correct.
parang it's still there. It won't go unless you sell.
Yes,
So
exactly.
I think, yun yung maganda dun, because you still own the same number of bitcoins regardless. Do you guys think that Bitcoin will go to zero?
Possibility? Yes.